Attention passionate Detroit, Lions fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC North and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Detroit Lions' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave division rivals stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Detroit Lions fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your FRINDS and Detroit LIONS fans. Let's get to the news. All right, Lions fans, buckle up because there's some serious buzz swirling around the NFL, and it involves none other than Max Crosby, the ferocious edge rusher from the Las Vegas Raiders, potentially heading to Detroit. Now I know what you're thinking. Is this really happening? Well, the whispers are getting louder, and from what sources are indicating, the Lions are deep in negotiations with the Raiders to acquire Crosby in a blockbuster trade. And here's the kicker. The deal might include a first-round pick in the 2026 NFL Draft. That's right, folks. A future first-rounder for a guy like Crosby, who at just 28 years old is already making waves as one of the most disruptive defenders in the league. A deep dive into Max Crosby's impact and potential fit in Detroit. Let's break it down, because this isn't just about adding a player. It's about transforming the entire front line of the Lions' defense. Crosby's inclusion would be a seismic shift, elevating a unit that has shown flashes of brilliance, but has yet to fully realize its potential. To appreciate how impactful Crosby could be on this team, it's crucial to understand his career trajectory, his strengths, and how he fits into Detroit's long-term plans. Background and career highlights * Max Crosby was drafted by the Raiders in the 4th round of the 2019 NFL Draft out of Eastern Michigan University. Since entering the league, he has been nothing short of a revelation, quickly earning a reputation as one of the league's most relentless pass rushers. Over his career, Crosby has accumulated 68 sacks, which ranks him among the top pass rushers in the league since his rookie season. His ability to get after the quarterback is complemented by his high motor, relentless pursuit, and football IQ, making him a nightmare for offensive tackles. In 2023, Crosby's dominance was on full display, tallying 5 sacks, which placed him 3rd in the NFL behind T.J. Watt and Micah Parsons. His 48 solo tackles, 5 forced fumbles, and a PFF grade of 91.8 underscore his consistency and disruptive presence on the field. His advanced metrics, such as an EPA expected points added per rush of -0.32, demonstrate his efficiency in disrupting plays before they develop. He's also recorded 28 tackles for loss over his career, second only to elite players like Aaron Donald and T.J. Watt, further highlighting his knack for making game-changing plays behind the line of scrimmage. Playing style and strengths, Crosby is known for his high motor and relentless pursuit, with a motor that rarely fatigues. His arsenal of moves includes quick swim and rip techniques, a powerful bull rush, and exceptional bend around the edge, allowing him to beat offensive linemen consistently. His ability to generate pressure is complemented by his football intelligence, often recognizing blocking schemes pre-snap and adjusting accordingly. Statistically, Crosby pressures the quarterback at a rate of +2.6 pressures per game, which ranks among the best in the league. His pressure rate and sack production make him not just a volume pass rusher, but a high-impact player capable of altering games single-handedly. His consistency and durability, without a serious injury history, add to his value as a long-term asset. The historical context. Crosby's place among NFL pass rushers. When we contextualize Crosby's stats historically, his trajectory indicates he's on par with some of the league's best pass rushers in their early careers. Players like Khalil Mack and T.J. Watt reached similar sack totals by their 3rd or 4th seasons and became franchise cornerstones. Crosby's 68 sacks over 5 seasons place him in the upper echelon of defensive disruptors, and his youth suggests he still has his best years ahead. In a league increasingly emphasizing pass protection and offensive schemes that favor quick throws, having a player like Crosby who can consistently win one-on-one matchups is invaluable. His ability to generate pressure creates opportunities for blitzes and coverage adjustments, making the entire defense more cohesive and dangerous. Why the Detroit Lions need Crosby. The Lions, with their last season record of 9-8, are on the cusp of playoff contention, but lack that elite, game-wrecking presence on the edge that separates good defense from great defense. Their top pass rusher, Aiden Hutchinson, who recorded 14 sacks last year, is already a rising star and a cornerstone of Detroit's defense. Adding Crosby would be like pairing two high-motor, technically gifted pass rushers, creating a nightmare for offensive lines. Current defensive performance last season, Detroit's defense ranked around the middle of the league in sacks, with 41 total, but their pressure rate and forced turnovers leave room for improvement. Crosby's addition could push them into the top 5 in sacks, pressure rate, and turnovers forced, drastically improving their scoring defense and field position. Complementing Hutchinson Hutchinson, the 2022 first-round pick, has displayed exceptional ability to rush from the edge, with a variety of moves that keep offensive tackles guessing. Crosby's presence on the other side would force offenses to double-team one of them, freeing the other for one-on-one opportunities. This dual threat would also help free up linebackers and secondary players, increasing the chances of creating turnovers. Impact on team chemistry and leadership beyond his statistical impact, Crosby is a vocal leader on the field and in the locker room. His high motor and relentless work ethic set a tone for his teammates. His leadership qualities would mesh well with the Lions' young core, which includes players like Hutchinson, safety Tracy Walker, and linebacker Jack Campbell. Crosby's experience and intensity could elevate the entire defensive culture, fostering a mentality focused on relentless pursuit and physicality. Future expectations and strategic fit. The potential acquisition of Crosby isn't just about this upcoming season. It's a strategic move that could define the Lions' defensive identity for years to come. At 28 years old, Crosby is entering the prime of his career, and his contract situation suggests he's not just a rental but a long-term piece. Contract and cap implications. Crosby's current contract, which has a cap hit of around $18 million annually, is manageable within the Lions' salary cap structure, especially given their projected cap space of approximately $21 million after the trade. The deal's structure might include incentives or signing bonuses to spread out the cap hit, but overall, it's a manageable investment considering the potential upside. Long-term building block. If the Lions succeed in acquiring Crosby, they'd be cementing a formidable pass rush that could dominate NFC offenses for years. This move could also influence their draft strategy, focusing on secondary help and interior line upgrades to complement their edge rushers. It makes sense to prioritize secondary corners and safeties, as a relentless pass rush often covers up secondary lapses. Expectations for the 2024 season. With Crosby, the Lions could realistically project a 10-7 or even 11-6 record, with a playoff berth becoming more attainable. Their schedule includes key divisional matchups and games against NFC contenders, where Crosby's pass-rushing ability could be the difference-maker in tight contests. A defense bolstered by Crosby would also make Detroit more confident in late-game situations, knowing they have the personnel to close out games. Deep analysis. The broader impact of the trade in NFL history. Trades like these often catalyze a team's rise or fall. The Rams' acquisition of Aaron Donald before their 2018 Super Bowl run is a prime example, solidifying their defensive front and transforming the team into a true contender. Similarly, Crosby's addition could be that catalyst for Detroit, signaling their serious intent to compete at the highest level. Defensive scheme compatibility. The Lions primarily run a 3-4 base defense, which emphasizes outside linebackers and defensive ends working in concert. Crosby's skill set perfectly fits this scheme. His ability to line up both inside and outside, combined with his pass-rushing repertoire, offers defensive coordinator Aaron Glenn flexibility in scheming pressures and stunts. Synergy with existing players Hutchinson and Crosby together could form one of the league's most feared edge duos. Their combined sack totals could push the Lions into elite defensive territory. This synergy would also help linebackers like Jack Campbell, who would benefit from the attention Crosby and Hutchinson draw from offensive lines. Secondary impact. A formidable pass rush often correlates with improved secondary performance. With more pressure on the quarterback, coverage windows shrink, leading to fewer big plays allowed. The Lions could prioritize re-signing key secondary players, such as safety Tracy Walker or cornerback Cameron Sutton, to create a balanced and aggressive defense. The broader NFC North context and division dynamics. The NFC North has been a competitive division, with the Vikings and Packers often vying for supremacy, and the Bears in a rebuilding phase. If the Lions bolster their defense with Crosby, they could quickly become the division's dominant team. The addition would send a message to rivals that Detroit is ready to contend now, not just in the future. Historically, the NFC North has been characterized by hard-nosed football, physical defenses, and strategic coaching. The Lions' move to acquire Crosby aligns with this tradition, emphasizing toughness and relentless pursuit. It could also impact rival teams' approaches in free agency and the draft, as they realize Detroit is serious about winning. Statistically projected impact and advanced metrics based on current data, Crosby's addition could increase the Lions' sack total by approximately 18%, pushing them above 50 sacks in a season, a feat that would rank among the league's best. Their pressure rate could jump from around 22% to over 30%, significantly increasing the likelihood of turnovers and three-and-outs. Expected turnover generation. Crosby's ability to force fumbles and create sacks increases the team's turnover differential, a key predictor of success. Historically, teams with strong pass rushes have doubled their turnover rate, and Crosby's playmaking propensity suggests he could contribute to 8-10 forced turnovers annually. Impact on opponent offense efficiency. Teams facing Crosby and Hutchinson would face longer third-down situations, lower completion percentages, and increased sacks, all of which disrupt offensive rhythm. This, in turn, would lower opponent scoring averages and improve the Lions' field position. Player spotlight. Key players merging for success. Aiden Hutchinson. The 2022 first-round pick has shown flashes of brilliance with a combination of speed, power, and technique. His 14 sacks last season made him a Pro Bowler and a cornerstone of Detroit's defense. Tracy Walker. The veteran safety, known for his ball-hawking skills, would benefit from the increased pressure Crosby provides, allowing him to read the quarterback's eyes and make more plays on the ball. James Houston. An emerging linebacker and pass rusher, Houston's development could accelerate with Crosby drawing attention from offensive lines. Secondary core. Cornerbacks like Emmanuel Mosley and rookie Brian Branch could thrive with more predictable passing situations, thanks to Crosby's disruption. The future outlook. Building a championship contender. The Lions' current roster is promising, but adding Crosby would elevate their defense to elite status, making them legitimate Super Bowl contenders. This move signals a shift from rebuilding to contending, with a focus on maximizing their window of opportunity. Draft and free agency strategy. Post-trade, Detroit could focus on drafting secondary players, interior defensive linemen, and possibly a linebacker to complement Crosby and Hutchinson. Free agency might see them targeting veteran safeties or cornerbacks to add experience and leadership. Long-term prospects. If Crosby's contract extensions are negotiated effectively, Detroit could have this dynamic duo of edge rushers for the next 3-5 years, anchoring a defense that could dominate the NFC and challenge AFC powerhouses in the postseason. Super Bowl odds and fan excitement. The initial Super Bowl odds for the Lions hovered around +5-0, reflecting doubts about their defensive consistency. With Crosby, those odds could tighten to +200, putting Detroit squarely in the mix among NFC contenders like the 49ers and Eagles. This move would revitalize the franchise's hopes and energize the fan base. Market and fan reaction. Detroit fans have been yearning for a true defensive star to rally around. Crosby's reputation as a high-energy, relentless defender would resonate deeply, creating a buzz that could energize the team and the city. The potential move could also attract more national attention, making Detroit a must-watch team in the upcoming season. Final thoughts. The significance of this potential deal. In summary, acquiring Max Crosby would be a game-changing move for the Detroit Lions, both in the short term and long term. It's a strategic gamble that leverages Crosby's proven production, leadership, and fit within their defensive scheme. The trade would also send a bold message to the league. Detroit is serious about contending now, not just dreaming of the future. The Lions have a rare opportunity to make a significant leap forward, and Crosby's inclusion could be the catalyst that elevates them into the NFL's elite. Fans should be excited because this isn't just hype. It's a real, tangible move that could define the franchise's trajectory for years to come. Call to action. Your opinion matters, and now, Detroit Lions fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this potential blockbuster move? Do you believe Crosby can be the missing piece that takes this team to the Super Bowl? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Lions. Remember, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned because the best is yet to come. The offseason is heating up, and this could be the move that defines the Lions' future for years to come. Keep the faith, stay passionate, and let's keep dreaming big. The Detroit Lions are on the rise, and I couldn't be more excited to see what the future holds. Character count, 1073.